Vlatty was surrendered to the shelter. The story that we were told is he was originally found in a box at the dump. He was great sometimes, and other times he was a little aggressive or a lot aggressive.
Spicy cat. Couldn't get near him.
When he first came into the shelter, he was pretty shut down, but what he really wanted was to be out of the room. So every time we would open the door, he would run out and try and escape on us.
I named him Vladimir because of his black and white. I was naming after kind of Vlad the Impaler. He had sort of his Dracula teeth, and he had that really spicy personality.
As he got more comfortable at the shelter, his personality came out a little bit more. And he would start to want to play, but play a little bit more aggressively than people would appreciate. So it was hard sometimes to tell whether he was playing or whether he was being aggressive.
He went into a room with about 8 other cats. And he would be good sometimes, but then he would get aggressive and start chasing after the other cats. Eventually, he started getting aggressive with the volunteers there as well.
Claws would come out and the fangs would come out. He did not want to be touched.
For no reason, he would wrap his paws around your leg and he would bite you or scratch you. So it got to the point where some volunteers didn't feel comfortable going into Vladdy's room. So we had to keep him in a cage.
I had the habit of letting Vladdy out of the enclosure so that maybe he would kind of start liking me a bit. And just had to watch because after a couple minutes he'd go after the other cats. But I bent down to pick up a plate and he just went with the claws. So I went home after. I sprayed it with Bactine, cleaned it up, covered it. The redness had gone up to here within a couple of hours. By dinner time it was to here. When it got up to here, I thought, I better go to the hospital. The doctor came into the emergency room, took one look at it and went, oh yeah, it's infected. I never yelled at Vlatty because he just was not a domesticated cat.
I had definitely some scratches all down my arms, on my legs.
I had a student with me, and the student was a little bit nervous around Vlad. And so I had talked to the student about possibly locking Vlad up in one of the little cages so that we could clean the room without Vlad kind of attacking anybody. So I went and was doing the dishes, and the student went into the room and ended up being attacked by Vlad. And so not a vicious attack, but did get scratched and more scared and hurt ego-wise than anything. The student did end up leaving the shift and was quite upset and was crying. And I ended up finishing the shift on my own and with Vlad locked in the cage.
And we could tell that he wasn't happy there. Vladimir, he needed to release his energy. I decided to take him out for a walk. I would actually let him outside the room. Considering it was his first walk and most cats do very poorly on a harness, he did really well for his first time. That's when I thought of Fitz and Heidi and said, you know what? I thought he needs a home somewhere where he can go and burn off some of that energy and hopefully get it out of his system. Because we were at a point where we thought he might not be adoptable. He might have to just be a barn cat.
Something about him, I just felt that he could accept love eventually.
But Vlad really was just kind of a lost character and wasn't made for the shelter. He needed to get out because he had all of this personality and energy. He wasn't a bad cat, he was just needed an outlet for his energy. And I really feel that this is just such an amazing change in this cat that now wants attention and isn't attacking when we're in there or when you're around him. So it's pretty amazing that way.